If you've watched coverage of the Dakar Rally Raid, you will have seen some BMW X3s mixing it with the Volkswagen Touaregs and all sorts of other high-performance machinery. What you might not have known is that those X3s are built in Germany, in fact in a workshop in Rüsselsheim near Frankfurt. We're at the headquarters of the X-Raid team here in Rüsselsheim to see not only how these cars are built, but to also see what the car goes like. The X-Raid BMW X3 Cross Country has become an increasingly sharp thorn in the side of the big factory teams competing in the Dakar Rally Raid. It's shown the pace and stamina to run with the top guns, and in this year's Dakar, 4th place overall for Stefan Peterhansel underscored the true potential of the car and the X-Raid team that runs it. Visiting the workshop in Treboer outside Rüsselsheim is an eye-opener. The small but highly professional operation is owned and managed by Sven Quandt. He recognized the motorsport potential of BMW's turbodiesel engine program early on.
Around 2000 they decided to go further and further with the diesel, and then we had an absolute incredible basis from the engine side, and then luckily BMW started with the X5, so we had at least a body with a 4x4, which give you some at least competition car, even if the car is only the body, but that's how it worked out. We put a nice engine in a tubular frame with a BMW body, and that's how the first BMW started to race in 2002-2003.
The X-Raid team has come a long way since then. The X3CC has already proven its potential for winning off-road races, but 2009 saw the outfit making a big leap forward.
And then last year when Stefan Peterhansel joined, this was the final biggest step that I have to admit. He changed the whole suspension, the whole drivetrain, and this, even with the same power, got us much, much quicker.
The X-Raid X3 Cross Country looks like an X3 on steroids. It's larger in every dimension, width, length and height, and shares very little with a standard car except for the badge and the windscreen. The body is made entirely of Kevlar and carbon fiber and covers a space frame chassis with fully independent suspension front and rear. The Ryger Racing dampers are fully adjustable and offer a full 250 millimeters of travel. The BBS rims are shot with BF Goodrich tires, and the vehicle carries 3 spare wheels. Attention to detail is quite fantastic, and it's clear that hard racing experience is behind every aspect of the vehicle's design. It's also clearly a vehicle built for the deep sand and rocky tracks of off-road racing, and looks a little incongruous on Germany's narrow country lanes. The heart beating under the X3's bonnet is a race-prep 3-litre straight-six turbo diesel featuring twin variable vane turbos. It drives all 4 wheels via a SUDF sequential transmission with X-Track differentials. The claimed output figures are 220 kilowatt and 650 newton meters, giving a power-to-weight ratio just short of 120 kilowatts per ton. Top speed is 182 kilometers an hour. However, it's clear that these figures are quite conservative, even when trundling along. Throttle response is instant, and the torque shove is quite astonishing. The interior shows further attention to detail. The carefully thought-out driving office features a roll cage with Recaro seats, electronic instruments with data acquisition, an aircraft-like array of switchgear, and various odometers and navigation aids. The X3 carries a 420-litre fuel tank and has onboard hydraulic jacks. For Quandt, the challenge is to take on the factory teams despite limited resources.
It's quite interesting for me to do that as well, because if you have an unlimited budget, it's more easy to win, that's no question. But what is challenging? Challenging is to be able to win with a car and to be on the top with a car with a small budget, where we talk about 10, maybe 20%, not even of the big teams. And if you can challenge them like this, I think it's quite good.
That challenge not only entails building fast and reliable race cars crewed by experienced drivers, but also providing vital backup in the middle of absolutely nowhere. The X-Raid team runs huge trucks equipped as mobile workshops and carrying a full inventory of spare parts and tools.
We run here an operation with about 20-25 people throughout the year, and then it goes up to 80 people on a Dakar. That includes obviously then truck drivers and logistics people. Truck-wise, we run then with 7 to 8 trucks plus 2 race trucks. This is for a 6-car racing car operation.
Unfortunately, we didn't have time to really drive this car to its full potential, mainly because they tell me that to test in Germany you have to travel 600 km because the closest testing track is somewhere in the Moroccan desert. But we have driven the car, and I can tell you that there's a lot more power than this plain white looking BMW would suggest, and one of the most beautiful and intricately detailed race cars I've ever had the pleasure of driving. All comes from a small innocuous looking workshop with a team of very dedicated people. So next time when you see a BMW X3 from the X-Ray team participating in the Dakar, you know just how much effort has gone into building it.